So there's a few key findings from this latest Ipsos poll for the Evening Standard. The big headline picture hasn't changed hugely in terms of voting intentions, which means that although Labour have dipped slightly, they still have got a big lead over the Conservatives. And for the second month running, the Conservatives are at their lowest ever score that we at Ipsos have recorded for them since we started polling in the late 1970s. So, there's still pretty worrying findings for the Conservatives. The other main mover are Reform, who we've seen rise 5 points to 13%, which is the highest score that we've recorded for them at Ipsos in our series, although not quite at the heights that Brexit Party or UKIP had reached before. So that's the big picture in terms of voting intentions. The other standout finding are the public satisfaction ratings for Rishi Sunak, which have fallen again to his record low, but also not just to his record low. Again, if we compare it to all the polls that we've been conducting for party leaders since the 1970s, the only major party leaders who have got as low as this are John Major in 1994 and Jeremy Corbyn in 2019. So that's not particularly great company for Rishi Sunak to be in. Despite all of that, having said that, the public aren't actually crying out for a leadership change before the next election. They don't necessarily want just another reshuffle. 37% of people tell us that they want the Conservatives to change their leader before the next general election. And that's actually less than the 55% who wanted the Conservatives to change their leader when Boris Johnson was Prime Minister back in 2022. So there's not necessarily, although Rishi Sunak's ratings are clearly historically poor, and also low on a number of other detailed attributes as well, there's not necessarily a lot of evidence that the public want to see yet another just reshuffle in number 10, or that they necessarily even see any of the potential alternatives doing much better.